I'm Mixer Johnny, and I am going to be outgoing Justice League Dark to fit into other media. I would go with the DC Rebirth Justice League Dark storyline. Zatanna and John Constantine would bring the romance. And Zatanna is good friends with Batman, so you can just use that to connect them to the rest of the DCEU. A movie about the Spectre would get superhero fans and horror fans. And if it's because he's a godlike being, you can just have him fight another godlike being, like Eclipso. He is perfect to fight the Spectre because he defeated the Spectre one time before in the comics. And because he managed to defeat the Spectre, that would be a good enough reason for him to fight the Spectre in the Justice League Dark. You can go with the Jean Loring version of Eclipso. Because he has a romance with the Spectre, then it would be like a superhero dating a supervillain. And you can just make her origin in the DCEU that she used to be a criminal, and when she found an Eclipso diamond she became Eclipso. Because that's how it happened in the comics. Or you can go with the version of Eclipso that defeated the Spectre in the comics. It would start out with the Spectre, the Phantom Stranger, and Dr. Fate getting magic superheroes to help them defeat Eclipso. Like in the DC Rebirth Justice League Dark storyline. And them fighting against a godlike being like in the DC Rebirth Justice League Dark storyline. And it would have a similar roster like in the DC Rebirth Justice League Dark storyline. And you can make it that one of the reasons why Zatanna doesn't trust John Constantine is because he failed to save her father. Like in the DC Rebirth Justice League Dark storyline. And you can just make it that Zatanna's Barbara and John Constantine were fighting a demon, but John failed to stop the demon from killing Zatanna's father. They would start out not trusting each other. And it would be nice if they made it that Dr. Fate was like a father to Zatanna. Because he was like a mentor to Zatanna, because he's the one who taught her how to use her powers. And it'd be nice if through the movie Zatanna and John Constantine would develop a romance. And after them saving each other's lives through the movie, they would start to trust each other. Then they would trust each other in the end, they would work together and find out Eclipso's weakness is sunlight. Then they would use all their powers combined with sunlight to defeat Eclipso. And we'd love to see a godlike being fight against another godlike being on the big screen. And we'd love to see a magic superhero team on the big screen. This would be good for a live action movie or for their own live action show. And if you want to put it in the DC animated movie universe, you would have to make it that Alfred has gone missing and it turns out he's been mind controlled by Gentleman Ghost. Because Gentleman Ghost is homesick and he longs back to Victorian London. And Wayne Manor reminds him of Victorian London. So he's going to move into Wayne Manor and fill it up with art he stole from museums. And Batman would get the Justice League Dark to help him defeat Gentleman Ghost. Then it would turn out that Gentleman Ghost would go to London, and while they were at London, they met up with the Justice Society. Then they would find out the times when the Justice Society fought Gentleman Ghost. And we would also find out Gentleman Ghost's origin. An English nobleman abandoned him and his mother when he was a kid. Him being angry caused some problems for him and his mommy, but he had a sincere desire to give his mommy the riches he felt she deserved. But his mommy died before he could, making him hate his poverty and disgrace even more. He became a skilled pickpocketer, and he became friends with a gypsy fortune teller who read his palm and said that he would die by hanging, but he would return from beyond the grave. Soon after, he found out about a group of distinguished gentlemen thieves who worked the highway roads for centuries. Soon after, he met the ghosts of these crooks and they trained him in their ways. And so Gentleman Ghost began his career in earnest. He became a British highwayman. He ran afoul of Hawkman when he was Nighthawk. And Nighthawk had Gentleman Ghost hanged for a crime he didn't do. He swore revenge and the words of the gypsy returned to him. And he became a ghost. Then they would find out what was he going to do. It turns out Wayne Manor was just the cherry on top. He's going to destroy London and bring the ghosts of the crooks who taught him how to be a thief back to life. Hawkman would find out that Gentleman Ghost didn't do the crime before he died. And Gentleman Ghost would torture him with this information. He found a magical artifact and he's going to use Hawkman's 10th metal to activate it. He's going to use the magical artifact to bring a zombie army back to life to destroy London and to bring the ghost of the Gentleman Thieves back to life. The Justice Society and the Justice League Dark would stop him because if he uses it, it will suck all the life out of London. Then, they would defeat him in the end. This would be perfect for the DC animated movie universe because the Justice League Dark already made an appearance in the DC animated movie universe. And if you want to put them in Young Justice, you can just make it that they're fighting against a magic supervillain team. And the members of that supervillain team would be Siren, Lord Satanus, Tala, Cersei, Clarion, and Morgan Le Fay. You would need Nika Toronto as Deadman, and Roger Cross as Swamp Thing.
That's all, folks.